What's going on, guys? My name's Ben, and this is my 100-pound transformation. You might know me from TikTok, Instagram. I don't know. I haven't posted in probably like a year and a half. It's been a while, but I've had a lot going on, and that's going to be for a separate video about explaining all the wazoos of why I was on a little bit of a hiatus. But hey, we're back better than ever, and we're starting off with what everybody wants to know on a weight loss. How I lost 100 pounds and how you can too. This is it. Like, this was kind of the final result. I think my top weight that like I ever weighed myself physically, I was about 286 pounds. And then after that, I just like didn't weigh myself for a really long time. So I probably got up into the 3 bills for sure. Keep in mind, these before photos, a lot of the time, a lot of people will be like, oh, there's no way you're 300 pounds. Bro, I'm like sucking in. I'm feeling really good this day. Like, I probably like didn't eat anything type shit. So like, I don't know, take it for what you will. You know, even if it was a 50-pound weight loss, still kind of impressive in my opinion. But the main point of this video is that there's stages to this, right? This is what is plastered over every ad you see on a supplement or a PED or a fitness app. Looking at a lot of fitness influencers here. And that's just not the case. Like, you can't just like take a fitness app and get this. I'm sorry. It's just, yeah, that's a tough cookie. But that's just the brass tacks. Because, you know, this is years of training. And this is why I kind of wanted to make a video like this for my first video, because I've kind of gave up on the one-on-one training. So, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to teach y'all how to coach yourself right here on YouTube. All starts with understanding transforming your body, understanding weight loss, the different types, understanding weight gain, recomp, maintenance, all that jazz. I'm going to try to cover it all for, I guess, the rest of my life, because this is what I love to do. We're going to go through, I think I wrote down 5 stages to go over on weight loss. So yeah, let's get into it. Basically, first things first, I was a chunkers, right? That's just God-given truth. I didn't really plan for any of this weight loss stuff to happen. This was like the initial weight loss, right? And it all happened, like I said, in about 5 months. I did not do this healthily. People are like, where's the loose skin? Where's the stretch marks? First of all, bro, I was a football player. All right. I know, bitch. I had a lot of muscle in the grand schemes of stuff. You know, that helped keep a lot of things tight on the way down. Another thing, I was super young. I'm like 16, 17 in these photos. So my skin still had a lot of elasticity, and I'm not, you know, 6'4", 220, but I have a long torso, I guess. So that was the initial stage. Right? Some people will be very happy with this. And this is not like, I'm just saying for my standards, I love the bodybuilding aesthetic. I love the douche. And now I'm coming to the understanding actually that like 99.9% of the general population don't want the douche. They really just want to feel good and not have their back hurt when they lift a couple boxes at work. You know what I'm saying? So this was, I would say, successful for a lot of people, but for me, I wanted more. And how I did that was, drumroll please, I went on a bulk. That's kind of how I grew muscle for the first time. I did the cliche, you know, just eat my protein, work out hard, lift weights. And that's how I went from, you know, beginner gym bro to I kind of look like I know what I'm doing, sort of. And I didn't really want to get that much bigger. You know, I was kind of happy with what I was at. I was like 19 here, you know, so I'm feeling pretty douche. And, you know, what I kind of figured was eating my protein, hitting my macros, staying at like a decent maintenance calories. I could just like grow muscle and kind of stay at the same weight. That was my logic. I know, sounds crazy. Rocket science, bro. That's literally what I ran with for the longest amount of time. And I got to this stage. This was kind of the almost final product, you know? I would say my upper chest isn't as built as it is now, but you know, I was basically there. Didn't take anything. This was hitting my protein, working out hard, working out consistent, and having a plan that I literally just followed to a T. So many people mess up because they're like, oh, I want to try this exercise, or oh, I want to try this new thing that I saw on TikTok. That's great. That's awesome that you want to like diversify your lifts and stuff, but the core of your lifts, the core of your workout plan should be exercises and things that you can progress on over time. You want to be doing those same exercises so you can be progressively increasing those weights, progressively challenging those muscles, because that's the only way they grow. You know, the main reason why your body grows muscle is because it doesn't want to recover for so long. If you go and hit a 2-hour session right on chest, the biggest thing that it does, it's gonna tear your muscle apart, right? Rip the muscle fibers, and that stresses out the body. How does it stop that from happening? It grows muscle. It's a survival response. It says, hey, whoa, we're good, bro. We don't wanna, go through that again and recover for 4 days. Let's just add a little bit of tissue. So, because we know he's going to be doing this or she's going to be doing this for X period of time. So, let's get on a program. Everyone thinks lifting is the most complex thing, but it really is just super simplistic. It's just very hard to, I guess, do. So what happened? After all that yap sesh, I'll tell you where that leaves us. It tells us to want more, to be an idiot, and to go online and follow these dumbass influencers who will tell you, hey, I just found this awesome supplement that's called a PED. Oh, yeah. It's going to make you jacked, my guy. And I'll say, that shit made me jacked. But I was big, but I looked like a fucking thumb, dude. Sure, I felt douched, but my God, dude, like the aesthetic wasn't there. I didn't have control of the mass that I was putting on. That screwed the pooch for me. And what happens when you do these things and you don't know what you're doing, like I was, when you stop, right, you'll still kind of have that mass for a little bit. But what's super funny, your muscle tissue doesn't keep up with the tissue in your tendons and ligaments. So you can have a bicep that can curl 60 pounds for reps with tendons that can only do 35s. So what happens? Ding, 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 injury. And that sends you into a shithole is what they call it. And that brought me to here. You want to guess how long this was apart? No, not 3 or 4 or 5 months. This was 3 weeks in. You can tell it's the same gym. It's like the same spot, damn near. And yeah, it took me a really long time to kind of figure out what was going on. Okay, I got depressed. I gained weight. I didn't take any pictures of myself because, Jesus, I was depressed. But I looked pretty fucking rough. I gained, I think, 70 pounds in the timeline that I kind of, I got injured because, funny story, I was trying to carry a keg for my sister's wedding and, just tore my erector spinae completely, which is super fun if you know what that is. That's the line muscle that is along your spine. So, yeah, and my dad did not take me to the hospital. He said, nah, you'll be fine. I tried to work out. And then it just hurt so much that I kind of just always gave up. Then one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to get my ass back in shape. I'm tired of this. I want to be sexy again, but I can't do it with the stuff. So I had to be really smart. I had to figure this out. When I was, douche over here, I was still doing my plans that like I was just doing a basic, bro split where I was hitting every body part twice a week and, doing bench, squat, deadlift, just regular stuff. When I got here, okay, I could not do the same weight. I could not do the same exercise. I couldn't do the same frequency of what I used to do. I was almost in the gym for 3 or 4 hours just going because I could, right? So now I'm in this state and I'm chopped cheese. So I really had to dial it in. And how I did that was I got my ass on the books, man. And I just kind of did a lot of my own research. I did a lot of study on anatomy. I just went on a lot of websites, did a lot of research myself, and kind of just implemented it into my training because I needed to really intensify what I was doing. Because literally what I was doing before wasn't working because my natural testosterone just plummeted. Which is what they don't talk about because a lot of these guys will just keep on doing it because it's trendy now. Going from this, Where else did I go, and how did the training end up for the final result of getting my ass in shape? Well, kablam, kaboom, the final transformation. Yep, that was really hard to do. I will say this was probably the peak of it. And I'm still in the ballpark, but I was prepping for a show during this, so this is like peak leanness. I'm not gonna match this anytime soon. But yeah, this is what I was able to do without the stuff, with my test plummeted, and just, training hard and kind of doing everything I possibly could naturally, to help me out. And yeah, I don't know. I got my tested like a month ago, and I'm at like 450 something. So I'm not Arnold guy. I'm not Ronnie Coleman. I'm just an average Joe. And I still would say I got a decent physique. That's just me. And yeah, you can too. So that kind of covers all the stages of my weight loss. Now that you understand how I lost all the weight and did all the stuff, what does this mean for y'all, right? Well, it's time to get to learn it. I wanted to make this video specifically because I've been you, dude. I've been that kid, 3 o'clock in the morning, staying up, looking for that transformation. That guy who is like, I lost 100 pounds and, I did it right. I didn't have stretch marks. I didn't have loose skin. And when I was a kid, when I was, 10 or 12 years old, there was no videos like that. I mean, there probably is now, but to my knowledge, there's no videos like that in my day. And now, I feel like I'm in the position to make those videos for you. I know there's so many videos and questions for people, especially now that, you're not going to have to ever pay for a coach or pay me to tell you the secrets. Every week, this is one part of the series. I want to make another series where I'm overviewing y'all. If y'all ever want to shoot me a DM on Instagram or TikTok of your transformation or where you currently are in your fitness journey and just want me to kind of cook you up something, kind of give you my 2 cents on your situation, then I would love to do so. So send me in your request, and hopefully I make a video for you, and I'll send you off with basically a free plan. And yeah, you can take it and run with it, or you can throw it in the garbage. It's totally up to you. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. And yeah, let's get a bunch of content out for this year. Deuces.